My friends, one of the greatest things that I think we can experience on this earth is rejection. I think rejection is absolutely incredible. So, let me give you a story. I was on TikTok the other day. Just don't worry about it, just go with it. And I saw this young girl, and she basically approached this guy, maybe 17, 18 years old, both of them, and he rejected her. And this girl just starts pouring, like she just starts crying, and mascara starts running down her face. Like, it was bad. It was a bad scene. And I just remember thinking, like, man, like, not to stereotype, but, you know, if a guy cried every time he got rejected, you'd be hearing guys cry at least 3 times a day. At least weeping from his room 3 times a day. And I started thinking, you know, why is that? Why does rejection hurt so much? And I think, you know, as a society, we are nurtured to avoid it, right? Avoid rejection, avoid failure. Example, participation rate. Example, oh, you like him or you like her? Don't approach her because what if she says no? Rather, sit with that feeling of unknowing because God forbid you go up and ask him or her and they reject you. You know how much that's gonna hurt? And my worry is, you know, and I don't mean to sound like a guru. I mean, I've seen this with myself in situations where I've avoided something due to fear of failure, fear of rejection. And eventually, it's gonna happen. And when it does, it hurts that much more because I haven't been trained to it. My friends, the best experience I've ever had with rejection is get rejected as much as you can. Put yourself out there. I would much rather, this is a quote, I forgot the gentleman's name, but I would much rather attempt and fail than not attempt at all. Because what's going to happen is if you do not attempt at all, somewhere down the line, you will get rejected. You won't get that job opportunity. The girl or guy that you're into, they will reject you. It won't work out, and it's going to cripple you. My recommendation is if you can't put yourself out there right now, whether that's, again, go out for those job interviews, to make risky conversations with strangers at a party, do what you got to do, but do not fear failure. My friends, it is said that a confident person doesn't know he's going to win all the time, but a confident person does not fear losing. He goes in knowing that he can make it out, no matter what happens. To further illustrate the point, me and a buddy of mine a few weeks back for 2 hours, went to different homes, knocking on the doors, and asking if they were interested in a service that we were offering. I was just helping them out. And in those 2 hours, I would say we spent about a minute at each house, granted if they opened the door or not. So, 2 hours, a minute at each house. That's about 120 homes, give or take, 120 homes. My friends, out of those 120 homes, how many of them said yes to me and my friend? How many do you think? Out of the 120 homes, 3. 3 said yes. The amount of homes we went to where we knocked, no one opened. I saw the lights were on. I knocked. The lights turned off. I knocked, opened up the door. Hi there, da-da-da-da. Yeah, no, we're not, just good night. Pop! Door shut in my face. And my friends, you know, the biggest reason why I went out there with my friend was to feel rejection, was to see what it's like. Because this is what's going to start to happen. I can tell you this from my own experience. You start to go out and you start to change your line. You're going, okay, I've used this line 10 times, this doesn't work. What if I say this instead? What if I introduce myself like this instead? What if I stand back maybe and say this, right? You start doing different things until eventually 50 people in a row say no to you and you're like, God, it must be me. I must be doing something wrong. Take what I'm saying and apply it to job interviews. Apply it to people who you ask out and they keep saying no. Right? So you start blaming it on yourself and you start weighing it on your self-esteem. I would have done that had I not heard this video. My friends, I don't know if you are familiar with the Wolf of Wall Street, Jordan Belfort. Basically, super big into business, corporations, all that big stuff. Basically, Jordan Belfort was on a talk show, and this was like many years ago, and he's sitting there with like the news anchors and whatever, and he had this movie, The Wolf of Wall Street, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, and basically the whole fantasizing of this film was you can sell anything to anyone. He's such an amazing salesman, he can sell anything to anyone. So in real life, he's in the talk show, and the anchor host is like, here, sell me this pen. And Jordan takes the pen, and he looks at him and he goes, well, that depends, are you interested in the pen? And the anchor news guy goes, well, sure, I mean, does it matter? And Jordan goes, it matters more than you think. He said, if I know for a fact that you are not interested in this, if you are not my targeted demographic, I'm not even going to waste my time giving this to you. Because you are not looking for this. And if you know for a fact that you don't want this, nothing I can say or do is going to make you get this. From one of the top magical salespeople in the world, who supposedly could do anything, that was his answer. He said, if you're on a maybe, if you're on the fence, then yeah, we can do persuasion, we can do different tactics, play psychology games, we can maybe tilt you over to the ledge, but not if you're a complete no. So my friends, my advice to you is if you're asking out someone, or, let's play on that. If you're asking out someone and they go no, don't immediately go, oh man, it must be me. They're not interested. Maybe they're not looking for a relationship. Maybe they're looking for someone of a certain type, maybe of a certain personality. It's not that there's anything wrong with you, or that you're broken, or that you're doing something wrong. But it's just, that's not your targeted demographic. That's not for you. And that is totally okay, because your targeted demographic is somewhere out there. Right? Imagine you're an amazing painter, the best painter in the world, like you paint houses. You go up to a house, you knock on the door, you go, hey, I'm an amazing painter, I can do a bunch of work, you want me to come paint your house? And they go, actually, we just got our place painted 8 months ago. Well, what the heck? What am I supposed to say? You know what I mean? Like, have a great day. That's all I'm gonna say, because you're not the guy I'm targeting. But if I go to a house and your house is pretty bent out of shape and it looks like it's pretty old, and I knock on the door and I go, hey man, are you interested in painting? And he goes, oh, you know what? It's kind of expensive, but I've been wanting to do it for a few years now. That's when you can tip them over the edge. So back to the point of this talk, my friends, make rejection your friend. Like it, begin to like it. I can confidently say I am at a point now. I have been rejected so many times, you would not believe that when I get rejected, I smile from ear to ear. I'm officially at a point now where I would rather make my approach, take the risk, take the gamble, and get rejected than not and have to sit with that feeling. That makes me anxious. Not many things make me anxious in this world, my friends. That's one of them. Sitting with the unknown, not knowing. Does she like me? Doesn't she like me? Should I ask? Should I not ask? Should I apply for this job interview? No, maybe I shouldn't. What if he's not? That's just out of my repertoire. Now, this is much easier said than done. When I say go out there and take risks, I don't just mean, okay, Daniel's sending me on a suicide mission. What I mean is, my friend, find the most minor risk possible, the most minor gamble, the most minor thing that would break your self-esteem, and go fail at it. And once you do that, fail at something greater and something greater. And next thing you know, you'll be failing at everything in life. And you'll be a 50-year-old homeless guy watching this video again. No, hopefully it doesn't get that bad. Hopefully it doesn't get that bad. But in all seriousness though, my friends, failure is amazing. Being rejected is amazing. I loved that for 2 hours out there, over 100 homes, and only 3 people said yes to me. That was wonderful, because it builds up character and makes you stronger. So now when I go out there and I offer someone something, and someone says no, in one ear, out the other, right? Because now you become accustomed to it. So my friends, rejection, failure, make it your friend. You hold that sucker tight and don't let it go.